Devour. Devour. I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. What is going on, everyone? DsP here, and welcome to a new edition of DsP Tries It. Fast food, right? Hopefully I don't have a heart attack.
As you can see, today we're going to be checking out Pizza Hut. I have not had Pizza Hut pizza, and I'm not lying, since the last time I actually tried it for DsP Tries It. So we're talking months and months and months, and they have a new product that I wanted to try out. Alright, the last one I tried out wasn't so good. Ended up being pretty crappy. This time around, Pizza Hut is doing grilled cheese stuffed pizza. Alright, what I did here, I got a large grilled cheese stuffed pizza with one topping, because right now their deal online is a one topping grilled cheese crust stuffed large pizza for $12.99.
Oh, I want to fuck her brains out. I have no fucking self-control.
So for $12.99, this is what you get, okay? I guess when they're saying grilled cheese stuffed, it means two things. Number one, as you can see, the crust is incredibly thick. Like, the biggest crust I've ever seen on any pizza.
I'm salivating at the goddamn mouth. I love the red meat, alright? Cannibalism.
In order to have cheese stuffed the hell in it. And number two, if you can see there, it's different kind of cheese. Normally, they would just put, like, mozzarella, and the way I usually compare it is I say, it's like eating a melted string cheese. You ever get string cheese? It's one of those tubes of cheese that you could peel off pieces and eat. That's kind of like what it is when you get a stuffed crust pizza at Pizza Hut. It's just like they melted that inside of their crust. This looks different. It looks like a different kind of cheese, mixes of cheese. But one immediate reaction that I can have to this, I can tell you, the actual pizza portion of the pizza is tiny. Like, this is probably a small pizza, if that, right? When it comes to the actual size of the pizza part of it, the crust is freaking huge. So, right off the bat, if you're looking for pizza, and you want pizza that's going to have a lot of surface area, you're not going to get it with this. What you're going to get is a lot of crust and cheese probably in the crust. Of course, remains to be seen. I've gotten stuffed items from these guys before that didn't have much of anything in it, right? So, let's take a look. What I think I'm going to do, I want to get like a mid-sized piece, because I'm afraid if I get like a skinny piece like this, that it didn't have a lot of cheese in it. So maybe a piece like this, a mid-sized piece. First of all, did they even cut it properly? Because last time I got one of these, they didn't. You go, looks like this side is cut. The other side does not look cut. Because look, it's barely tearing. Come on, there we go. Okay, I got it. There you go. So that's what a piece of pizza looks like with this grilled cheese stuffed crust. Very weird, right? Compared to a normal piece of pizza, that doesn't even look like normal pizza. But hey, it's in the flavor, it's not in the presentation a lot of times, especially with fast food. It doesn't necessarily always look good, but it might taste good. So, that's what we're going to be the judge of right now. So first of all, I have to think the bottom of it just tastes like normal pizza. I'm going to take a quick bite of it just for the hell of it. Looks normal, right?
Devour. Devour. Yeah. Cannibalism. That's terrible. That's such a terrible thing. That it's disgusting in my opinion. Like, I'm actually disgusted. Yeah, it's like typical Pizza Hut pizza. Which, being completely honest with everyone, I don't necessarily like it too much. And the reason being, look how thin. Like, what? That's pizza? Look how thin it is. And it's greasy, and there's not a lot of sauce. It's basically just a really thin kind of dough with cheese melted on top and whatever toppings. So, I'm not a huge fan of Pizza Hut pizza to begin with. Now, let's take the grilled cheese portion of the pizza. Let's see what this tastes like. Oh boy. Devour. Devour. Oh! My disgusting pig-like mouth. Do you know how to keep your mouth closed during a meal? Well, initially my first reaction is it's definitely not the mozzarella cheese. It tastes a little different. It doesn't necessarily taste 100% like American cheese either. American cheese kind of has this really dairy style taste to it. It just doesn't really have that. It is salty, and it does taste, it does taste like cheese. I'm gonna take another bite. I'm gonna try to bite further to the front now because I can see some cheese oozing out there. I want to see what that looks like. Devour. Now that was interesting. I'll tell you why.
Oh my God. It's terrible.
Do you know how to keep your mouth closed during a meal? That bite tasted different. This bite, the initial bite, was full of cheese. It was like getting a mouthful of flavored cheese. This bite was a combination of cheese and like this fluffy crust that apparently is a specialty crust just for this pizza. It almost tasted, I'm not even kidding, like the crust from grilled cheese. Like if you were to make a grilled cheese sandwich, this kind of tastes like that. Now it's not the consistency, didn't have crunch or anything to it like a grilled cheese crust would, but it actually almost had that flavoring. And that's what I'm actually thinking they did here with this crust. Look, here's your cheese, here's your grilled cheese crust, right? So it's almost like having a pocket grilled cheese with floppy pizza attached to it. I'm taking another bite of the cheese.
Let me fucking unleash the beast. That's it, I'm going beast mode. Ah! You feed me more. Feed me, Seymour. Feed me. Holy fucking shit. Relax. Some people just can't control themselves. Phil has gouty fat butt.
Devour.
Oh, it's gross.
It's interesting because I think they actually did their best to nail the flavor of grilled cheese on pizza. And I actually think they've kind of done that. But I actually have to ask the question. Number one, look, it's just as much cheese as you get in the regular stuffed crust. So it's not like you're getting extra cheese in your pizza. You know what I mean? It's almost like, here's your cheese, here's where your pizza should start, but because they wanted to simulate grilled cheese, here's just some bread, so it'll taste like the crust of grilled cheese, and here's your pizza. Wow. I'll take another bite of the pizza here. Devour. Finally, I did get a mouthful of meat that time. Oh, I got a mouthful of meat and a little bit of sauce.
I'm gay, totally gay. And that's always been my belief. And it always will be my belief. No one's gonna change that.
This is also a point I'd like to make. This is important too. So this pizza arrived about 15 minutes ago. And I scheduled it to arrive 15 minutes ago. So it's not like they were late, or I took a long time between when the pizza arrived. Excuse me, a piece of freaking pepperoni just went down my throat. Always keep water nearby. So it wasn't like, this pizza's been sitting here on the counter for a half hour and now it's cold or anything like that. Okay? The cheese, this portion, the top is actually still a little warm. So the top, because it was stuffed with cheese, retained heat. This is ice cold. And this has only been sitting here for 15 minutes, and the pizza portion is ice cold. And what that tells me is, like I told you, regular pizza sucks. Look at that. It's terrible. Why do they make it so thin? It baffles my mind. They think that is acceptable for pizza. And then the worst part is when you take this, and let's say I put this in the fridge, I heat it up later because I want a piece, this ends up being terrible. It ends up being either soggy, or if it's older, like a day or two old, it ends up being like a rock. It's really bad. So I don't know why they do that with this pizza, make it that thin. Any other pizza, do you ever see another pizza that's like that? If it's like that, usually it's like crispy, right? Like a cookie crust for thin crust pizza. They think this is acceptable for normal pizza. Ugh. So, interesting. I'm gonna take one more bite, and then I'm gonna give you my verdict on this. This is one of the more unique things I've ever done. It's pretty weird.
Devour. Devour. This is interesting because this is cheese on top. See that?
That's disgusting. Oh my god. Ah! You know how to keep your mouth closed during a meal?
See, this is stuffed with cheese, but then they actually top the crust with cheese, which is why I think this tastes like a grilled cheese, the cheesy part. This tastes like the crust of a grilled cheese, and this tastes like shit. So, what do I think of the new grilled cheese stuffed crust pizza? It's something different. It's obviously, first of all, it's incredibly bad for you. You can't eat more than like 2 pieces of this. You'll feel bloated and nasty. You know what I mean? I'm sure there are people who are, and then they feel gross after. It's certainly not something you can eat a lot of because there's so much cheese and grease on the damn thing. So I'm not even going to compare it to health. You don't order a grilled cheese stuffed pizza for health concerns. You know what I mean? Flavor. I actually like the flavor of the grilled cheese portion. And I know that's kind of, I didn't know I would expect it to be good. It tastes pretty good. It's actually not bad. I thought, you know, that it would actually be worse than it was. It's not as greasy as I anticipated. The flavor of the cheese is quite good. And at taking the bite of the middle that kind of tastes like the crust of the grilled cheese is good. If anything that I hate is this. It's flat, it's greasy, it doesn't have any sauce on it, it's just not good. And this is what Pizza Hut does with these pizzas. I don't know why. It's not good. Look at this. I haven't done anything, and it fell apart. It literally disintegrated. So, that's what I mean. I just gotta show this again. That just looks so bizarre. The crust is so thick that there's pizza in the middle is terrible, right? So I would say, wow, you're gonna love eating this portion of your pizza, and you're gonna hate this. Just take a pizza cutter and go zoop and cut out the center and throw it the fuck out, and everyone can enjoy cheese-stuffed breadsticks, which is really what this is like, right? Now, I'll be honest, a large pizza like this for $12.99 is not bad. Most places, a large pizza ends up being expensive. In fact, I looked up the price of a standard large pizza at Pizza Hut. Guess how much it is? It's around $18. So you're saving about $5 to $6 with this deal they're currently doing online. And I would tell you, if you really want to try this, try it quickly while they're still doing this deal, because I wouldn't want to pay more than $13, right, for a pizza where the middle isn't very good. I want to get everything out of my pizza. I want the crust to be good. I want the middle to be good. And the bottom line is it isn't. You know, I like the outside, the grilled cheese portion, and I dislike the inside, which, you know, it's just a symptom of Pizza Hut's pizza kind of being crap, which is sad. So, I gotta weigh and balance everything. The price is good for now if you get the discounted price. The grilled cheese portion is good. The middle is just cold and nasty. You know, it's a shame. I gotta rate it on what it is. I'm gonna give this a 3 out of 5.
They are very high in acid. It's true, acid levels for your body. So if you actually eat a lot, you're actually going to raise the natural acid level of your body and make yourself susceptible to diseases that have to do with acid, including one that I know all too well, gout. Gout, 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 gouty, gout, McFist, gout, fucking butt, fuck, gout, farts, gout, gout, gout. I learned the hard way, okay? But years ago, I had a situation where I had an uric acid buildup in my body because I had a bad lifestyle where I was drinking too much, I was eating too much red meat and acidic foods. We just had a troll in the chat. Celebrate Gout 100. So, har, Phil had gout earlier this year, and he talked about it publicly because he talks about this stuff publicly. He shares it, right? He's not ashamed. He's not one of these people who hides the personal shit about his life. He talks about it. And so I brought this up, and everyone knows that I had gout earlier this year, and I don't have it anymore. I haven't had it since, shit, I'm trying to think, the last flare-up was sometime during the summer, you know? Because I changed my lifestyle. I don't drink as much. I'm not eating as much red meat. I'm a lot more healthy now. And because of that, I haven't had any issues with it. But they think it's like funny to bring that shit up. Look, another one, fall gout. How is this funny? Like, what is funny about that? It's over. Like, it's so outdated. Find something else. It's not even funny. It's not annoying. It doesn't annoy me. It's not funny. It's not annoying. All you do is make yourself look stupid. Do I need to instruct people on how to troll? You're terrible at it. My God, you're bad. So there you go. The answer is, could I possibly get like an outburst of gout again? I could actually, if I don't watch my diet. If I either start drinking heavily on the regular basis, or I start eating a lot of red meat and shellfish again, or if I stop drinking the cherry juice that I drink every day for dinner, yeah, I probably could have a big bad outbreak. But in general, as long as I stay on the regimen I'm on, I should be okay.
How's the gout, Phil?
Oh my God, here's another one. How's the gout, Phil? Another idiot. This is great.
How's that gout?
How's that gout? Who was it? Say it again. No, say it again. Say, how's that gout? Go ahead.
How's that Seattle air?
Come on, say it again. I mean, you're so dumb. I know you'll say it again. Say it. Say, how's that gout? Come on.
So with the gout, how's your daughter? With the gout.
He's still saying it. How's the gout? Now, what ended up happening was, I ended up getting an acid level imbalance back in 2015, which I didn't know I ever had, but apparently it's hereditary in my family because my aunt had it her whole life and didn't fucking tell anybody. Thanks, aunt. Feels a gouty fat butt. Feels a gouty fat butt.
It's actually not even close to being the worst thing I've had. You remember a few years back we had the Pizza Hut pizza with the pools of cheese? Remember that? There were actual pools of cheese in the crust. It was greasy as hell. Do you remember the last time I had Pizza Hut? It was the bacon stuffed crust, and it was raw bacon inside of the crust, didn't even cook. I mean, we've had some really nasty things from Pizza Hut. This by far is not the worst, but it's not great because the center is quite terrible. So 3 out of 5, I guess I shouldn't give us thumbs up, I should say 3 out of 5 for the Pizza Hut grilled cheese stuffed crust pizza. I hope you enjoyed another DsP Tries It. I'll see you next time!